U.S. ally Saudi Arabia is funding United States television commercials against the Iran nuclear deal. A newly established group called the American Security Initiative is flooding TV stations across the United States with about $6 million in advertisements, requesting Americans to call their senators and oppose the Iran nuclear deal. This is a lobbying firm owned by former Republican Senator Norm Coleman, who is lobbying for Saudi Arabia. And this is an advertising campaign that is part of this broader war to convince American lawmakers to vote against the Iran nuclear agreement. This agreement is expected to be voted on sometime in September. One point of view is if Saudi Arabia doesn't want this agreement, then the agreement must be the right thing to do. At the same time, though, Lewis, the Saudis share a U.S. goal of stability in the Middle East, and maybe they genuinely think that this is going to reduce stability in the Middle East. And then the other option here, which is sort of the more selfish and self-serving and cynical way to look at it, is that Saudi Arabia doesn't want to be competing with Iran in any way, and that they see this nuclear deal as a possible door opening to competing with Iran, and that's really their priority. In any case, we have a foreign government successfully buying in to sending their message directly to Americans through corporate media, and that's really the most disturbing element of all of this.
Well, they've got their money going everywhere else, right? Politicians, super PACs, you name it. So we are not unaffected by their influence financially. I mean, so who really cares if there are commercials now, right?
Well, the other reason not to care is the Saudis must think that what the average person wants in the U.S. actually matters. But in our system of government, unless you're really rich or a big corporation, what you want almost has no impact, as we've seen from a recent Princeton study. So it's kind of funny that the Saudis are like, let's influence American policy by reaching individuals through television. Nobody's listening to the average individual. We know that.
Yes, yeah, that is true. So perhaps it is futile, but interesting nevertheless. And certainly Saudi Arabia wants stability in the Middle East, perhaps for their own selfish reasons. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I also would like stability in the Middle East.